Welcome back. This is going to be the completion episode of my wife's 2020 Yamaha MT-03 that was wrecked. The first owner bought this with brand new, had like 930 miles on it. He crashed it, and still some of the crash damage is on here. You can see all the little scratches and marks here. And this side is where it took the brunt of the hit over here. Throughout the course of the series, we've been fixing crash damages and putting it back together, and here we are today. My wife has picked up a few supplies through Amazon, and I will have some links down below, but I absolutely love this, and it actually kind of gives like a little bubble windscreen look here. I think that looks really sharp. She also bought a radiator guard, which I really like the looks of that. And it actually says up here, MT-03. It's nice to have a radiator guard up here. That way you don't have to worry about a rock kicking up or, you know, something bouncing up from the road and puncturing your radiator. So yeah, that just looks really nice. Gives it a nice clean finished look. And I recently replaced the levers that were on it because the ends had some scuffing on them. And this side, where it had gone down, also had some scuffing, so I replaced those so it looks better. Well, and there's the new one. Looks a lot better, huh? So although the parts aren't coming in super fast, they are coming in nonetheless, so that's a good thing. And I'll put links down below to all the stuff she bought. Now I think this tank bag that she picked out absolutely fits this bike like a top. And while we're looking at this, this is one of the plastics I'm waiting on because of these two scratches here. And this side too because of these little tiny scratches. I love that tank bag, same one I have on my bike. And the one thing I like about this tank bag is that, see this zipper right here? It actually, once you unzip it all, watch what happens. It raises that up so much taller if you need to haul something a lot bigger. But when you're not using it, it folds down nice and compact. It just looks really clean. I like this tank bag a lot. And it fits this style bike really well. So guys, two of the things that concerned me when I bought this bike was it had an ABS light on the dash and the oil light was flashing. Well, I've since fixed that because if you look right down there at the forks and you'll see that little black trim ring in the center, that was bent. And what that was doing was that was causing the ABS fault to not read right. So that was actually affecting how it was running and everything because it thought that it had an ABS fault. Once I straightened out that trim ring, now the thing works awesome. And the reason the oil light was flashing is because it's never had a oil change in its entire life. And the bike was crashed originally with like 970 miles. So the person I bought it from put on like 100 miles in the same condition with that ABS light on and that oil light flashing. Once I fixed those two things and changed the oil and reset the oil light because it has a life meter on it and that's why it flashes, it's been a perfect bike. And then of course I went through everything, took the entire front end off, took the front end apart and inspected everything, and if it even looked questionable, I just replaced it with factory Yamaha parts because I wanted it perfect. Man, that bike looks wicked good, babe. Yep. Yep. It just looks so smooth. Where? But you're all set. I mean, your bike's all legal. Yeah, go ahead, babe. Get in my lane. Give him some room. Yeah, those taillights look super clean on the back, too. Yeah. Yeah, they look factory mounted now. That might be a cop right there, I don't know. it an accident? He must have been a rider. Did you see him nod his head? I heard your bike go. I heard like it sounded like a vacuum cleaner spooling up. That's where we're going to be going here in a few minutes after we eat. Hollywood Casino. You can smell they put down like fertilizer, lawn fertilizer. I love the smell of that. Yeah, by the radiator shop up here. Oh, that's weird. Working on a Saturday. They must be behind schedule. Yeah, but that's unusual to be working on a Saturday unless they're behind. Yeah. All right. So when we take off, I want to have a race. No? Yeah? It's getting ready to turn green. I know, well, just don't loop it. Don't loop it out. When the light turns green. I won! I won! Now where? Take it right here or what? Oh yeah, it's up here on the right, isn't it? Maybe we can find parking like after this light but before the next one if you can find something. Where? Yeah, do it. Now here you're going to want to roll your bike all the way to the curb or turn it around, one of the two. Probably better to turn it around, babe. Let me hold on, let me help you, because I'm having all I can do to move my bike back. So just don't let your bike go back in any further, and I'll show you what we should have done. We should have pulled up like this. Hold on. Oh no, I'll help you. Hold on. I'll help you do it, babe. I just gotta get myself squared away. Yep. Yep. Is it in neutral? Okay.
Got it?
Yep.
Yeah, I was trying to push it back and I couldn't do it.
Oh, this one's wicked light compared to mine. Oh, can you turn off my headlight? My key's still on. Oh, while your fan's on, listen. You hear your fan running on your bike?
Oh, yeah, is that what that is?
Yeah.
I don't think I have one.
there.
Maybe.
It's warm.
Yeah.
Was
Warm too.
was this in here?
Yep.
There. Yeah, you're just getting used to it, that's why. Yeah, wherever you want to go. Well, we can ride around more around here. I don't care. I'm down too. Where do you want to go? Let's just go for a ride around here. Again? Oh, that's why. That'll do it. It's a safety feature. We did end up going to the casino. That's where we just were when you saw us like putting our helmets together. We just finished up at the casino. My wife puts in 20 bucks and she takes the house. Like she walks away with 150 bucks out the door because she's got good luck. Alright guys, you ready for the numbers? This is where we sit down and we determine whether or not buying a bike was worth it. Keep in mind that what I'm showing you here is the cost of the materials. It's not the cost of labor. That's what makes buying one of these bikes not profitable. If you're doing this for a living and you're billing yourself out for X amount of dollars per hour and then you're buying parts, I don't think you're really saving money, honestly. I think it's probably you're breaking even. You might even be losing a little bit of money if you're counting your time, because you got to remember, when you go to sell this bike down the road someday, it still has a salvage title. It's not a clean title bike. It's not a one owner bike, and some people will be skeptical of it because there are people out there that are hacks that are just gonna scab something together just to get it to run and not go into the great detail that I think that I go into when I do my builds. When I do my builds, I want it to be as good as the factory made it, and I want to be able to know that I've done it the right way. Usually more money to do it right, but you're only doing it once. That's the good part. I probably have close to 40 hours in time fixing this bike and going through it. So this first invoice, $234.50. You want to pause it just to find out everything that I had to replace. This next invoice, I should have bought a lottery ticket. That one was an even number of $94. And I also got some other stuff too, guys, like shop supplies, like some JIS bits, more JIS bits. But these are some bolts, just miscellaneous metric hardware. My next order was $43, and that was a part and then some chain lube. Then $77. Another order for $120. I paid $3,000 for the bike. I have a total of $569.65 in parts, giving me a grand total of $3,569.65 in this bike. Again, this is a 2020 Yamaha MT-03. It was originally crashed with 930 so miles, and I bought it with just over 1,000 miles on it. And here's the book value. That's the typical listing price, $4,820, and that's if it's in good condition with typical mileage. Aside from the salvage title, this bike is actually in excellent condition with super low miles. So I would say that this 4820 would be a conservative number. You could use that number because of the devaluation of salvage title issue. So if we take that number and we subtract out what we have in it total, that leaves us a profit of $1,250.35. Now that number, that $1,200 number, that's without labor. My labor would have eaten up that money. When you're all said and done, if you were doing this to make a profit, I wouldn't have made money. I just would have kept busy, is what it would have done. And I would have still had a bike at the end that I broke even for, that I paid fair market value for after the parts and using up my labor, and I would still have a bike that has a salvage title. So those are things that you need to consider. I think it's hard to flip a bike for profit. That's just my experience. But in my case, this was an awesome opportunity for me to end up with a very new bike that is super reliable. And the crazy thing is the warranty on this bike just ran out 4 months ago, which is pretty crazy, but it probably wouldn't be warranted anyways due to the crash. But this will make my wife an awesome bike. And then when we go to sell it, yeah, I'm not counting my time in, but I'm not getting hurt on this at all. This is, I'll break even, maybe even make a little bit of money at the very end. Not really, because I'm not counting my time. But I didn't lose my shirt, and at the end of the day, I'm not financing a bike. I paid cash for this. This bike probably maybe new is over $5,000, and then you've got all the setup fees and taxes and all the other little minuscule charges that they charge you. So if I bought this bike new, I'd probably be walking out the door for around $5,500, and I'm doing it for $3,500, and I have no payment. I hope you guys enjoyed these builds as much as I enjoy doing them. I'm going to be doing many more. I've got at least 2 projects lined up for this winter. I'm going to be doing an engine refresh on my 1986 Honda TRX 70. That's my grandson's four-wheeler. I'm going to be doing an engine refresh on my wife's Honda XR100. So, and maybe between now and then I'll pick up another piece of equipment and we'll do another rebuild video on that too. I don't know. So I hope you enjoyed this series, guys. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. The channel's continuing to grow, and it's because of you, and I appreciate it. Until the next one, guys, I will see you then. Take care. Please like, comment, subscribe. See ya.